Hi guys, it's Amanda here. Welcome. It's the Creative Gardener. So thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to show you dwarf papaya trees. Now I didn't know that they existed, but when this particular one started fruiting, I was just like, oh my goodness. Now it's got a bit of trouble from the snails and the slugs. I have put two things that I scatter around it. It's this magnesium phosphate slug pellet, which just disappears after a while. But that's been the best thing so far that has prevented them from attacking one of my taller papaya trees. But I was just really shocked when I started to see this fruit flower. I don't know what that is under there. I'm gonna have to see that thing hanging out there. But anyway, yeah, so what I realised was the smaller snails were getting up, and look, there's one down there munching on a leaf, so I'll have to deal with that. But also the slugs at night, they were coming and eating the flower buds, which eventually grow into fruit. And I can see just at the top there, this leaf that's looks like it's just about to die. There's a tiny, tiny snail at the top. So it's these little ones that you don't notice. I mean, I started checking this plant um, every so often, but it was still, suffering at the top. So I'm gonna have to really. Oh, look, see. You've got one right in action. I've never seen actually them in action, but the slugs. But that's like a baby slug, because they get to be at least 4 inches in this garden, and we've got two varieties. And there's another one, another snail on the side there. So I've got to deal with those, and I will. But let me show you the other one that I've got. Now this is measuring about, sorry, let me think, 3.5 feet. Yeah, but it's fruiting already. So we've got 3 fruit already, and I was just amazed. I was just like, there must be dwarf papaya trees. Okay, let's go and look at the other one. Okay, so here are the other. There's 3 here, and there's another. I've got another one, and so as you can see, look at the fruit on that one. It's so cool. Now I've always grown my papaya from seeds from the fruit. My husband normally gets it. Well, we normally buy it once a week, say. Okay, yeah. And I literally just throw them in the ground and they start to fruit. Initially I put them in trays. These particular ones, what did I do with these? They were growing, I had literally thrown them in the ground further up of the garden, and they started growing in like a cluster. There was about 20-30 seeds there, so I separated them out, and these 3 were the ones that survived. Now the one at the back, let's show you there. Well, you can see here the flower, the buds as they come out, and then I guess they're male and female flower buds on there, and so they self-pollinate. But you can also see where the slugs and the snails have, or the baby snails, they usually leave their mark as they go to the toilet. They munch and munch and munch on the leaves, and then get rid of the rest. Let's look at the flower buds a bit closer. Here's a closer look at this one, so you can see them. But I've got another papaya, which actually it's got several flowers on, and I'll show you that as well. That particular one isn't fruiting, but so these ones they're flowering at a shorter height, and it's going to be amazing to see them cascading with fruit, and I'll show you one that is. But this is the one that I'm going to show you is not a dwarf one, but we'll see my other dwarf and we'll see how that's getting on. Okay, look at this one. The flowers are quite big, aren't they? Look, see? So that's going to turn into a fruit, and we've got 3 or 4 more. And I'll have to really examine it closely to see if there are any really small snails on there, because as I say, what they do is they come up and they eat the flower buds. They must be really tasty. And here's another little one here growing. So I've had some good success with just growing them from seeds from the plants I get from the fruit I get at the shop, and I think that's what you probably, just try it. You can try it in a pot first and then see how they get on. But I've planted a few more around the garden as well. We'll just take a look at these, but we have to cross different paths. Okay, so here's a couple more. It's about 8 more that are growing, and I've just literally put them in places that didn't have anything. In this particular area, I was growing, I still am, cassava. My first lot of cassava, when I originally grew it, they did massively well, and I put them in these 2 beds, and I then put a next batch there, but they didn't do so well. So I thought, well, there's not enough nutrients here, so I just put one at the end. And so I placed these papaya trees here and one at the back there, just to have something. Not only just to have something, but it was just like they started to grow, and I didn't know where I was going to put them. So I'll just leave them and see how they get on. I'm not sure whether these are the dwarf ones or not, but we'll see as they get on. And oh yeah, let me show you this one. So this one definitely is, and I've got to be careful not to walk into so many little spiders in here that builds their web right across the path. So this one I'm figuring must be a dwarf one as well, because it started to bud. It's been here ages and it's been growing really slowly. So I think maybe that this area may be a little bit too damp for it, because we're on the lower part of the slope. And then a couple more here. I really do have a lot. But they've not all survived, like even round here. Come with me. Even round here I had like 5 in this area, 5 in that area, and they all got eaten. But this one is the only one that survived, so it's not a dwarf one. Again, just really waiting to see what these 3, that one, and the 2 at the back. But yeah, I like, if you're going to eat the fruit, why not have see how many you can grow in a space. And there's ways of planting it so that you can maximize the space. I'm not saying that I have, but and I've probably planted this papaya too close to the moringa tree, but I'm just allowing things to grow and decide later. Again, these probably do have to be moved. They're not going to do very well, but I'm surprised that, look, these have grown quite well. But let us, the piece de resistance is my papaya tree that, as I said, it's not a dwarf, but it is actually producing a lot of papaya. And I've got to make sure again that the slugs and the snails don't attack it, and the monkeys, which are just across the way. Oh my gosh, look, there's a snail trying to get up in there. Look at that. Anyway, but look at the fruit on this. It's just amazing how many fruit that it's got. This is the first time for a while. When I first started growing papaya, they were just doing really well in this area right here, where those white flowers are. I had loads of papaya trees and they all just died down and fell down. But yeah, I've been keeping a close watch on this one, and it's been doing really well. And I just have to come every now and then, come around with the pellet, but also I've been putting down some Epsom salts, and that seems to help the quite a few of the plants around the garden. But that's it. That's the normal size papaya, and the dwarf one, I think it grows between up to 10 feet. But again, I'm surprised how early they fruit, but I'm not complaining. I just hope that they have enough strength. I mean, this one was planted at an odd angle. I think the winds, it gets quite windy here, so it kind of toppled it over, but I hadn't realised, and so it's just established itself. So I'm just hoping that, you know, it survives and we get some lovely fruit from it. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to keeping you updated on the papaya. I'm really pleased so far at the amount of papaya trees that have managed to survive here and to grow, and also grow from seeds. So yeah, I look forward to also doing a taste test. You can eat the papaya, and I think I've shown in earlier videos, you can eat the papaya green. You just cook it like a vegetable, and it's equally as nice. But I'm looking forward to having some ripe papaya from these trees. But as I say, you have to watch out for the monkeys who will come and just take bites out and just dash the fruit. So, but this is fantastic. Oh, you know what I didn't show you? Quickly. Let me quickly go. I just love the garden. I really do. Let me show you this one. As I said, it's got multiple flowers on it. It's at the end here. You just check for spider's webs. Because obviously, you know, when you break the spider's web, then it disturbs the spider. So yeah, I forgot to show you this. Look how many flowers this has on it. Now, I had one before like this. I didn't see it. It didn't fruit. But I'm optimistic. Wouldn't it be amazing if this set off some fruit? So I don't know whether this is just a male one that flowers, and the smell from the flowers is beautiful. It's got a really lovely smell. It's very sweet, similar to honeysuckle, and I'm sure it's these because I don't have any other flowers growing here. So, but anyway, so let me end it there, and I look forward to keeping you updated. Take care for now.